Right then, this is a quick walk around video. It's a bit blowy unfortunately, so I hope you can hear me okay. This is for a fabulous car. It's a Honda CR-V 2.2 EX automatic diesel. 2014 car, just 69,000 miles on the clock, and with a full Honda service history. Right up to the one we've literally just done. Car's finished in passion red, which looks fantastic on these cars. The reason, by the way, I'm in the shade is because it's a lovely sunny day, but means unfortunately you don't get to see. It's just basically too glary with the sun on it, so any imperfections are more likely to be seen in the shade. Coming to the front, lights and lenses clear, intact. There's no cracks or condensation there. Bonds of the car very, very clean. Any stone chips are absolutely microscopic. Near side of the car, beautifully smooth. Can't see any car park indentations. Near side front alloy, one that takes all of the bashing. I can only see one little tiny mark on there, relatively tiny. And the panel works really lovely. Near side rear alloy, again, absolutely beautiful. Bumper corner, all good. Quick release tow bar, and we have the keys for it as well. Tailgate in really lovely condition. Entry points generally very good. And offside, driver's side of the car, beautifully smooth down the panel work. Again, really clean for a car of its age. It's fantastic. Offside, again, really very, very nice. And the final alloy, again, lovely condition. It's, you know, for an 11-year-old car, it's in superb condition there. So coming to the back of the car, absolutely cavernous boot. Nice to see here, load liner fitted, so that means the carpeted area underneath has been kept really nice, as is the rest of the boot, in fantastic condition. So coming into the back, wide opening rear doors, enormous amounts of legroom. And this is where kids sit in CR-Vs, and normally heavily used, and yet this one is in beautiful condition. Let's come to the front now, passenger side, all really clean and tidy. Passenger seat again, been given minimal use. Finally, come to the driver's door card, again really clean and tidy. Same with the footwell areas. A driver's seat for a car of its age in amazing condition. And for those who don't know, EX models means you get that lovely big glass panoramic roof, and that comes with an electric blind that covers over it. Inside the car now, engine as always is running, so the dash is illuminated, which to all intents and purposes looks like new. Sat nav, you can see, working exactly as it should. Pop the car into reverse, you've got that lovely clear parking camera. So tickle at my throat. Carry on down, you see just how well it's been kept. And come to the dash binnacle, hopefully you can see 69,814 miles. And the only warning light on currently is just for low fuel. Once the fuel light's gone out, that'll disappear. But it is a stunning car, this one. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and unlock key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2.2 EX automatic diesel. Car's registered LJ14XTY, and this car, bizarrely enough, I think must be about 2 registrations away from my wife's car, because hers is MJ14XTY, and it's a 2.2 EX automatic as well, but that's of no interest to anybody watching this video. The reason we do these videos, very simply, is just to ensure that if anyone's online looking at any of the cars we're selling, they get to see that actual car in operation. And the reason we feel it's important is simply because, like a lot of people, unfortunately, we've been to see cars which have looked perfectly good in a photograph or description, but only to get there and find out it's actually got an obvious fault that shows up, and that can be really frustrating if you've driven any kind of distance to go and see a car. We also did the road test, by the way, on these lovely quiet country roads in this simply beautiful part of Gloucestershire, and this actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, and the hope is, of course, it'll be representative of what you feel yourself should you go on a drive in the car. So coming to the car, as you'll know from the advert in the walk around section, quite an exceptional vehicle in lots of ways. Amazing service history, all of the servicing done by Honda, right up to the one we've just done, and it feels like it, because it just feels like new to drive, in all honesty. Push button start, Engine starts instantly, settles to a smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all, aside from a low fuel light. And that's obviously to do with anything on the car, engine, gearbox, anything else. There's, let's say, just a low fuel light currently on the car. Temperature gauge running at a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda vehicle, by the way. The engine is an absolute peach of a diesel engine. Obviously we're biased, we've got one, as you know, but I maintain it's one of Honda's best in terms of the overall package. The engine has all the qualities you'd expect of a Honda engine, so they're incredibly tough and reliable over huge mileages, just with good regular maintenance, and it's clearly had that right up to this point. They're also timing chain, so there's no cam belts to have to worry about on them. But it's more than that, it's just how they deliver their power. Unlike a lot of turbo diesels, which can initially feel quite quick or have plenty of performance, but they've got quite a narrow power band, so you get nothing, but quite quickly. So up and down gears regularly, especially on autos, can be really annoying. This pulls from just above 1,000 all the way through to 4,000 easily and above, but in a very linear fashion, which makes them, by the way, brilliant tow cars. We tow with ours, and it's lovely. It doesn't struggle. It holds onto its revs really well. It's a great unit. Obviously, the engine feeds into the auto box. Like the engine, it's got a reputation for being incredibly tough and reliable. Gear shifts are slick, they're smooth, and the ratios chosen by Honda best to get the best out of the car in terms of performance and economy, and it does a very good job of that, actually. Notwithstanding reputation, you should still do the same checks on any car. Just make sure the gear changes are smooth, and they are, and also when you're stationary, when you select drive or reverse, it doesn't thud into your back when it goes into gear, and it's in every single respect this is spot on. Coming to the steering and chassis, which has always been a strong point of any CR-V, because they just drive really nicely. And that's not to say they're sporty. They're not meant to be sporty. So if you read a road test magazine online, they're a bit dull to drive and a bit this and a bit that. Well, do you know what? In a way they are, but in other ways, as I've just shown going through that corner there, the design of the chassis is genius, because, and it's for two reasons. To get most cars to ride as comfortably as this does, and they are very comfortable, you normally have to go for quite soft springing, which means when you go through a corner like that, they'll lull up about. Or if you go for something that can go through corners like that, where the body control is brilliantly controlled, and it is on these cars, it flows the corners wonderfully well. You end up having to go for quite hard springing, which gives you a brittle, hard, uncomfortable ride. But this manages both without having to do that, and that's where it's clever. Also worth pointing out, no rattles or clonks from underneath the car, all as solid as a rock. Steering of the car is really nice, it's really nicely weighted. It's actually reasonably quick for one of these cars, or this type of car, and it's pinpoint accurate. You can really sort of trust it, and it works with the chassis wonderfully well. Steering, by the way, tracks nice and straight. There's no vibrations at this speed, or any speed actually up to the legal limit. Brakes on the car are fantastic, powerful, no pulsing, no vibrations coming back through the brake pedals, all in very good order. And then we come inside. As I always say, the first thing you notice when you get in a CR-V is just how comfortable they are. Driving position is perfect, a multitude of adjustments you can make on the steering and the seat to get a comfortable driving position. Then you notice the visibility, which is fantastic around the car. You feel very confident driving it. I can actually see the bonnet, which you can't always on modern cars. Huge wing mirrors to help you with lane changing or manoeuvring, so it makes it nice, and you can feel very confident with it. And then you come inside. This hasn't been cleaned yet, but it doesn't hardly need to clean. It's in beautiful condition in here. Dashboard, highly equipped, but a car you can jump in and drive pretty much straight away. It's very simple to operate, certainly by modern standards. Sat-nav system, one of the nicest you'll use, dead easy to use. That's got DAB radio, hands-free telephone, all working perfectly. Down below that, dual zone climate control system, and basically that means you can have slightly different temperatures side to side if you really want to, and it's also pumping out absolutely ice cold air, which is good. Heated seats, again, working exactly as intended. Then in front of me here, dash binnacle, simple white on black graphics, easy on the eye, perfect. And then you've got this lovely leather bound steering wheel. There is a button in here, notable by its absence because they don't have one. It's for the 4-wheel drive system. It's completely automatic. Honda worked out when they first launched the CR-V back in the mid-90s that most people using their cars will be driving as I am right now, where you don't need 4-wheel drive on. It's a waste of time and energy. So basically the car runs in 2-wheel drive, front wheel drive pretty much the whole time. If it needs to go into 4-wheel drive via the traction control system, which reacts more quickly than you could, let's say you pulled away on mud, snow or ice, it seamlessly brings in the rear wheels to give you 4-wheel drive, almost as if someone's pushing you in the back. And when it's no longer required, it turns it off. And it's a fantastic system. You know, say we do tow with our car, and I've never come close to getting stuck even on sort of muddy old pitches. The advantages of the system not operating the whole time are fairly obvious. You'll get through your tyres less quickly, you'll use less fuel, and it puts far less mechanical stress through the vehicle. So much so that in nearly 30 years selling thousands of CR-Vs, I can genuinely not remember putting a spanner on any of them in terms of the 4-wheel drive system. So it is robust. As I said at the start of the video, point of it, just to show the car operating, can't fault it. Drives absolutely beautifully.